What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. We are taking a look at a budget banger from Kizer. So, I mean, that's no surprise. Kizer has been really knocking these budget knives out of the park. This is one that is a mini version of a knife that I have been desperate to get, and hopefully we'll be remedying that soon. But this is the Mini Mystic by Munko. So this is the acrylic and aluminum version. Really interesting design. It's one that I have always been kind of drawn to, and it's also one that again has eluded me every time I actually have the money to pick one up. They're out of stock, or there's just not one running around anywhere. Now this is, out of the new ones, this is probably one of my favorite versions. Well, there's two versions I really like. I like this one, and then they have a micarta and brass version that I really like. Both of those are sold out on Kizer's website. You may be able to find them in other areas, but they do have this version for sale still, or in stock still at the time of filming this. So that is the PEI version. So that one is still available. So if you're looking for one, you can definitely check that out. I'll try to link some other ones down below when I do my editing and uploading for this video, just to see if, kind of get you guys some updated information. But taking a look at the knife in general, we're looking at a 3.2 inch blade, a 7.5 inch overall, but only 3 ounces. So 2.98 ounces on this guy, which is a really nice weight. You got some really nice weight saving cuts there on the liners on the inside. And then using aluminum and acrylic. It's really cool here taking a look at the acrylic so you can actually see the inner workings of the knife. And we'll zoom in on that and check it out here in just a moment. But I really do like this knife. I wish it wasn't a crossbar lock. That is just unfortunate, just kind of unfortunate personal preference. It's one I still may end up adding to the collection just because I really respect Paul's work, and I really enjoy what he does. So this may still be one that I end up adding to that collection. But I wish it were a bolster lock like the original was. But let's go ahead and jump in here and take a look at everything. So, and we can actually, again, we can really see those inner workings of the knife. So you can see the clutch lock, the different settings in there. You can see this one is set on one from the strongest setting. And there you can actually see the internal stop pin on the blade. Really cool. I like seeing that. And I love how this looks, man. The way they did this aluminum is just absolutely gorgeous. Again, I think I might try, if this were mine, I might try to dye this acrylic and see what I can get done with that, and maybe add, maybe have this be like a kind of like an opaque gray, like doing like a smoke gray here to match with this aluminum. I think that would look gorgeous. But then you have the aluminum backspacer here as well, and then you have a little bit of lanyard love. You do have lefty love as well. Non-inset pocket clip, but we're used to seeing that from Kizer on their budget stuff, but we do have flat screws. Again, the same story on this side. Everything looks really nice. Again, you can see that that satin poking through there. Perfectly centered. I really like the texture on this aluminum. It's really well done. Really nice set of thumb studs, typical for Kizer. You got a little bit of a thumb ramp there, and then this beautiful satin blade. I do believe this is a machine satin. But it definitely looks to be a machine satin, which is fine. Looks really nice. They did a great job on it. That beautiful clip point harpoon blade here, kind of a, it's a full actual harpoon blade. That's what the knife is modeled after. It's modeled after the harpoons that were used. And then you've got a beautiful kind of almost like a miniature choke up spot here. Plunge grind could be better. I've seen worse, but it definitely is a bit late, but you do have plenty of room for sharpening there thanks to that kind of that faux choil. Beautiful job sharpening. So far everything looks to be symmetrical. Let's see here, that looks good. Let's take a look at that tip. Let's get it to focus. Maybe focus. There we go. Tip looks to be, yeah, it looks to be off just a hair. Not too bad. I try to get it to focus up a little bit more. It keeps wanting to focus on that, the glare. There we go. So there you can see that tip is a little bit off to one side. Not too shabby there though. I will take it. Typical Kizer branding and everything with their new knives. So there you have Munko's namesake, and then the Mini Mystic Nitro-V. So these, again, these run around 75 bucks. for Nitro-V. I think the PEI version might be just a slightly more, just a couple more dollars. You know, companies are still kind of charging for PEI like it is a premium material when it's really not. So I wish that would change very quickly. Knife in general, phenomenal. It really does. It really does remind me of the standard Mystic, which, you know, is no accident. It fits the hand very nicely. It's a great size. It's in that, you know, in that 7.5 to 8 inch range, which is kind of the perfect EDC size in my opinion. 7.5 is being right on the bottom of that, but this one has really great handle ratios. You know, you can see there your blade tucks in really nicely, so really no issues with blade to handle ratio. Ergonomically speaking, it's just a scaled down version of the Mystic. I would have liked to see them chamfer these edges a little bit on the acrylic. The edges are chamfered on the aluminum, so the aluminum feels nice in the hand, but then you're kind of left with a little bit of a sharp angle here on the spots where your fingers are actually doing the majority of the gripping for coming in here. So you do feel a little bit of that hard edge there on the acrylic, but then you got really nice soft edges on the rest of the knife. So it does kind of give it a little bit of an odd feel in the hand, but assuming you can get past that, it is very, very, very comfortable in the hand. You don't feel the pocket clip at all. You do have the ability to kind of come up here and get in that, you know, that kind of that faux finger twirl area. So I would be really careful about getting all the way up in here because you're going to be right on that cutting edge, but you can kind of choke up just a bit and get into there and have that ability to be right up there on that harpoon. Again, same thing. You can just get into your secondary grip here. You're more of a pinch grip or so, and just get in there and do your draw cuts really easily. Very, very nicely done on this. It's a again, it's a very great knife. Really makes me want the standard version even more now. You know, Kizer does a killer job on their crossbar locks. You know, this is one that's why I don't mind having. I wouldn't mind having this just because it is a Kizer crossbar lock. They're very well known for their amazing job on those. So as they go, this is a good one. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do some testing here. So it is all T8 hardware on this knife, except for the pocket clip screws. So they are all good. No issues with that. And let's check our pocket clip screws. But yeah, I'm definitely very interested in seeing what you guys think about this knife. I know it's been a big hit, which is why it's sold out. So the pocket clip screws are a little wobbly. And then I'm just going to double triple check, make sure they're not T8s. They're not. But so tooling could be a little better on pocket clip screws, but outside of that, no real issues. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Again, I know this knife has been very popular, and the fact that you still can't get the regular Mystic just proves how popular this design really is. So I definitely like to know what y'all think. And what do you think about this specific one? I think this is probably one of the cooler variants of the three. So anyway, I appreciate each and every one of y'all as always. Please remember, be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.